What's going on? And welcome back. So, when it rains, it pours. Let me tell you. Speaking of rain, it's kind of cloudy outside. We might get some rain this afternoon. I hope so, dude. It's hot. It's been hot. Anyway, so the other day, my son's hungry, right? I'm hungry also. And I take off to McDonald's. I was gonna get me a Big Mac meal because, dude, I don't know what's going on with McDonald's. Their food doesn't taste the same. You know, I usually get like a double quarter pounder with cheese, and the meat's different. It just doesn't taste the way it used to. I don't know what happened. Maybe they're using real meat this time, and it sucks. Go back to the fake shit because it tastes a lot better. Anyways, so I'm like, I'm gonna go get a Big Mac meal, and I'm gonna go get my son his order of chicken McNuggets. So I take off, I'm going down the street, I get to the stop sign, and right in front of me passes a DPS. I'm like, oh, shit. So I turn, and I'm behind the DPS. And for whatever reason, you know, he gets out of my lane and he goes to the next lane. So I'm cruising right next to him. And I'm like, okay, well, at least he's not behind me. That's what I'm thinking, right? At least he's not behind me because, you know, I mean, I wasn't doing anything wrong, right? I'm just going to McDonald's. So we're at a stop. We come to a stoplight. I'm stopped, and he's like, kind of like behind, he's not behind me, but he's like, he doesn't pull up next to me. He like kind of stays behind. And I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? So the light turns green. I take off. He takes off. And then he pulls over and he gets behind me. I'm like, fuck, man. I already know that's not good. And right when we're like fixing to pass we're fixing to get to the grocery store, dude, he lights me up. I'm like, oh, come on, dude. Come on, man. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't swerving. I wasn't speeding. I was gonna go to McDonald's because I'm hungry. And here I am getting pulled over. Right? So I turn and I pull off to the side of the grocery store. He gets behind me. I roll my window down. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm not even scared. I'm not even nervous because I know I wasn't doing shit. So there's two officers in the DPS vehicle, and they get off. And they walk to the side of the vehicle. They walk to the side of my car. Not the driver's side, the passenger side. So I'm like, roll my window down. And then one officer kind of like stands towards the back of the car with his arms folded, you know, like he's a badass. Because, you know, DPS around here, they're assholes. They're fucking shit asses. And they're mean. They're real mean. They think they're the shit. Dude. So I'm like, whatever, right? The other guy, he kind of like, he's leaning to look inside the passenger side, like he's scared, like he's like, And so I'm looking at him, and he's like, do you know why I pulled you? This dude was a rookie. Let me just say it right now. This guy was a rookie. He obviously didn't know what he was doing. That's why the other dipshit was back there with his arms folded like, you know, Billy Badass back there, I guess, training this guy. He wanted to see how he would handle a traffic stop. So this dude's like, do you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, no, I don't. And he's like, well, and he's thinking about it for a second. I'm like, okay, this guy's obviously new to his job. He goes, well, your license plate, see, I have a license plate frame around my license plate. This is end of a disc golf on it. It's been there for years. You know, I've had, you know, officers behind me, sheriff department behind me. No big fucking deal, right? So he's like, your license plate, the frame around your license plate is covering the word Texas. Give me a break, dude. Give me a freaking break. I was like, oh, okay. And then he's like, can you roll up your window for me? I was like, can you roll your window up a little bit? I was like, yeah, sure. So I rolled it up. He puts the damn thing to test the darkness of the tent. And he's like, yeah, your tent's too dark. I'm like, you gotta be, dude. You gotta be kidding me, man. Number one, it passed inspection. Number two, there was cars passing us with like, their windows were so black, you couldn't even see through the damn things. You could at least see through mine. I was like, oh, okay. And then he goes, and when you turned just now, you didn't put your signal light on. I'm like, dude. I was like, oh yeah, I know. I told him, yeah, I know. Because I was thinking, who cares? Who gives a shit? I'm already getting pulled over, so who gives a shit, right? Dude, this is like my third time in my life ever getting pulled over. Like, I'm like, I want to know to turn my signal light on, right? I'm like, who gives a shit? So he goes, can I see your license? I was like, here's my license. He goes, in your insurance. I go, my insurance is on my phone. Let me find it for you that quick. So he goes, okay, you look for that. We're gonna go run this license. I go, okay. So they're running my license or whatever. I don't care. I find my insurance, and he comes back and he goes, I told him, I was like, here's my insurance. And he's like, no. I confirmed it with the, I guess she came up with the license or whatever. And then he goes, where were you going? I was like, I was going to McDonald's. And then he goes, were you gonna go get a Big Mac? I started laughing. I was like, that's exactly what I was gonna go get. And he started laughing. You could tell this guy was new because he was being polite. He was actually being polite. He was being nice. They're usually not like that. They're usually dickheads. And he goes, where were you coming from? I was like, at my house. I was coming from my house. Whatever. I was gonna get done. Dinner for me and my son. He goes, okay. He's like, we're gonna give you a warning right now. I was like, okay. Now, I know that they pulled me over because he was just kind of like using me as an example, kind of like, not an example, but like as training for this new guy to see how he would, handle a traffic stop. I was like, okay. I figured that part out once I took off. Believe me, I did put my signal light on when I got to the stop sign that was in front of us, and I put it on I always put my signal light on, but especially in front of them, because all I needed was to give them another excuse to pull me over, because I know the DPS officer that was with this guy, he would have gave me a ticket, right? But I figured that, he's probably just using me, like I said, to train this guy, to see how he would handle a traffic stop. And, something minor like the license plate cover that I've had on my license plate for the past 3 years that never bothered a police officer here in town, and the windows that aren't even that dark that I've never gone pulled over for. So I was like, okay, whatever. Now, things. Well, I go get my food and I go home and I eat. I'm like, it's no big deal. Now, things get a little interesting. The very next day, I'm at work, my son's at home, and he asked me if I can come home and wake him up around 11 o'clock. He stays up late gaming. Dude, I'm hearing thunder, dude. Hell yes. I hope we get some rain. Anyways, excuse me. Okay, so he's like, he asked me if I can come home and get him, wake him up so he can jump in the shower and get ready. He was gonna go with his mom out of town. He's gonna do a little school clothes shopping. I come home at 11 o'clock. I wake him up, and he's gonna get in the shower, and he's like, "There's no hot water." I was like, "Dude, what do you mean there's no hot water?" So I was like, "Dude, the hot water's turned all the way up. What's going on here?" So I turn the hot water on in the sink in the restroom. There's no hot water. There's no hot water in the kitchen. So I go outside because my water heater's outside, and I see that the bottom of my water heater was rotted out, and there's water everywhere. I was like, oh my goodness, dude. That's bad. That's really bad because, dude, you need a water heater. You just need a water heater. And I bought that water heater that brought it out, but that was like about 8-9 years ago. Dude, it's really thundering outside. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Probably not. But anyways, so when I bought that water heater, it was like $450. 9 years ago. Okay? So whenever something bad like that happens, who do you call, right? Who do you call? Your parents. Obviously, naturally, you call your parents. So I'm like, dude, like when my refrigerator broke, dude, the refrigerator that I had before, it was an old refrigerator, and I could tell already it was breaking down. It took a couple of years before it actually finally broke down and stopped working. So when it stopped working like for good, I called my dad to ask him for advice. You know, where I could maybe, if he knew anybody who was selling a refrigerator or something. That very next day, I had a new refrigerator. My dad and my stepmom came through and bought me a new refrigerator. I'm like, dude, that is awesome. That is awesome. So I'm like, my water heater's messed up. Or it's not messed up, it's broken. So, first person I call is my mom. Because actually this was her house before I moved in. So I just called her for advice. Because I was like, she goes, what's going on? I was like, my water heater is broken. It's done. And I'm going to need a new water heater. I go, I do not have money right now to get a new water heater. I go, what should I do? Because, you know, I obviously needed to get one. So I was like, should I go get a loan from the bank so I can get a new water heater that'll take it out of my paycheck every month or what? She was like, no. She's like, go to McCoy's and see how much they cost. So, and that's where I bought this whole other water heater 9 years ago. So I go to McCoy's. It's 30 gallon natural gas, and they had them for $640. My mom met me there, and we were like, oh shit, what the hell's going on here? I'm like, okay. Then she's like, go to Wallace Lumber. There's another lumber company, or another like, you know, hardware store. Sold water heaters here in town. So I go over there. I go, hey, do you have, 30 gallon natural gas water heaters? They're like, yes. I was like, how much are they? They're like $760. I was like, oh my god, dude, what is going on here? They're like, would you like to purchase it right now? I was like, no. Negative. No. I was like, let me make a phone call. Call my mom. I was like, dude. Oh, I didn't call her dude, but I was like, man, they're $740 or $760 is what the guy said, $760. There's one more place I could check here in town, which was Ace Hardware. So I told her I'm gonna go to Ace Hardware and I'll see how much they cost. Went to Ace Hardware, and the dude was like, yeah, we got one, they're $790. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Seriously, you gotta be kidding me. What the hell's going on here? Called my mom back, and I was like, man, they're $790 at Ace. She's like, oh, okay. So she's thinking about it. She goes, maybe we go out of town tomorrow. Because I told her I don't need hot water right now. I can shower with cold water. It's no big deal. She's like, nah. She thought about it. She's like, no, you know what? We'll just get the one from McCoy's. She goes, meet me back at McCoy's. So we went to McCoy's, and my mom pulled out her credit card and bought me a new water heater. Dude, I am pretty damn lucky to have really, really great and awesome parents to do that for me. My refrigerator broke. My dad and my stepmom bought me a brand new refrigerator the very next day. My water heater breaks. My mom buys me a brand new water heater that day. So, dude, I'm very blessed to have amazing parents. And dude, shit's gone up. Shit has gone up. prices are skyrocketing, man. Especially water heaters, I couldn't believe it. So we bring the water heater home, and me and another guy from work, we take the old one out, which was heavy as shit. Put the new one in, installed it or whatever, and we couldn't get the damn pilot lit. Couldn't get the pilot lit. I had hell light in that pilot, and I called my other buddy James. Anybody know James? He came over here where the water heater was at. There's a little hole in the ground where we had took an old gas line out, and he like kind of covered that hole with like a piece of like tin, and then started right up. Dude, I didn't know the damn. He goes, there's air coming in from this hole. I was like, oh shit. So that's why the damn pilot wouldn't light, because the air was coming in and turning off the damn gas or blowing the gas or whatever. I don't know what the hell. But anyways, yeah, man. When it rains, it pours, and hopefully, there's not gonna be any more problems here in this house. I don't need any more problems. I can't afford to have any problems here in this house. I can't. My buddy James was telling me that he was dealing with a problem right now with his sister at her house. How long have I been on here? 16 minutes, dude. We'll save that story for dude. I thought I had it bad. Oh no! Wait till I tell you this story. Probably on the next episode, dude. It's freaking thundering outside. Anyways, I better go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.